Good morning, Facebook. So happy to have you here today. So, how are you going? Yesterday we shared your environment and the environment up here. We shared about negative words and minding your language and how your language has the power to influence your ability to feel grounded or not grounded. So you might be doing a grounding techniques and you might be getting really good at that. And then lo and behold, you go into an environment with other people and voila, you're out of your grounding. So why does it happen? So yesterday I shared with you about your language and the impact your language has on your stress levels or your ability to step out of being grounded is the same thing. So I asked you to do an exercise about looking for and understanding words that you might have that are your go-to words when you are in, stress or challenge or you're heading towards being ungrounded. And some of those words sound like always or impossible or never. You catastrophize things and you go into drama versus feeling grounded and being discerning about what's really going on. So how did you go? Were you in the camp that was like, oh wow, I didn't realize I had negative words going on, and you're able to flip them around really quickly? Or maybe you're in the camp that was like, I don't have any negative words. It's not me, it's everybody else. If that person got their stuff together, I would be fine. It's that person's issue. He's like this, she's like that. The environment's, it's just the environment. If I remove myself from the environment, I will be okay. Well, that's not quite true, because you take your negativity, you take your words with you. And these are patterns that you've got yourself into. So the more that you do anything over and over again, the more familiar they become. And what you don't realize is you get yourself into a situation, it's like a play button on a CD player or on your iPod that says, play that pattern. And off you go. And all the negative stuff, just, you expect things to be negative. You know what's already going to happen. You know this person. And your body becomes ungrounded. And your ability to influence people goes out the window. So if you're in the second camp where you were like, not me, it's everybody else, I'm going to ask you to maybe go back and try again. And if you're up for it, because you don't quite believe it yet, ask somebody that you hang around, because they hear the words. You might not be consciously aware of what's coming out of your mouth, but they will be. Because every time the same thing happens, you talk about the same thing the same way. So go and have a go at that again. Now, I'm going to up the ante for you. So when we talk about influencing our environment, it does all start here. It always starts and ends with how we think. But I want to up the ante for you today around you understanding when you move or you have a pattern that moves through this thing called judgment. When you're sitting in a place of judgment or in a judgment frame, your ability to influence positively just doesn't exist. Now, you might be sitting there saying, well, it works for me because then I have all these other people agree with me. All you have is people agreeing with you that are also judging. Judgment is a low vibrational activity. It's not high vibrational at all. It separates and it disconnects you, and you become ungrounded the moment that you do it. So if you're not quite sure if you're judging, here's a couple of things that's going to help you identify it. How do you talk about other people? And put this in a work context if it helps. If you're somebody who talks about someone else, and maybe you have the flowery, they're good at this, but, and then you go into the whole, slamming them and judging them, guess what? You're in judgment frame and you're not influencing anybody. And while you might have people around you agreeing with what you say, in the long term, you're actually damaging your own brand because you're failing to demonstrate how you discern someone's ability. And guess what? If that's your pattern, if it's going into judging other people, then I know for a fact that you're judging yourself. So when we sit in judgment frame, it's the way that we make ourselves feel better about ourselves. It's the way that we feel safe. It's the way that we project confidence when in reality there's something inside where we're really not happy with or we're really not sure about. But judging others isn't the way to go. You're very ungrounded when you're doing this, and you're actually spreading negative influence around the place. Even in the short term, if it makes you feel better and it helps you gather people around you in the short term. You always gather people around you that also want to be in low vibration and negativity. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to help influence the environment in a positive way. So anytime you judge anything, you close down your ability to connect. You close down your ability to actually influence in a positive way. You're getting there on a negative standpoint, and that's not what we want. The more influence and positivity you can come with a grounded viewpoint, with an objective viewpoint that's discerning what's going on, the more love, peace, connection, and influence you can have. So take a big deep breath in, roll those shoulders out. Here's to getting rid of your judgment frame. Here's to feeling safe, to not having to judge, to feel good about yourself. And here's to opening up to grounding. Keep practicing your grounding exercises so your body gets more clear when it's grounded and starts to notice when it's not, and when it doesn't have to buy into those judgments of other people. Beautiful brain, beautiful thoughts, clear-minded, makes a positive influence. So if you like this video, please like it and share it with people so that we can get more understanding of what influence is really about out there and have grounded people influencing our world. Now, I have a beautiful free training coming up tomorrow, 9 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific, where I talk more about your behavioural and your behavioural patterns so that you can actually become more aware of when you're in this state and when you're not. Because the only reason I believe people stay in negative places and negative situations like judgment is because you're simply not aware. It's not because you're a bad person. You're just not aware how to do it differently. And you're not aware how to do it so it's more empowering and it is more influential for you and for other people. So if you're around, I'd love you to join me, 9 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. There's a link on my Facebook page, so just put it in your diary. That's what it's about. We're going to have a chat. We're going to have some fun. And we're going to uncover some of your behavioural patterns. I would love it if you were there. If not, we'll see you next time. So have a great day. Here's to breathing in and breathing out positive and gorgeous influence for your day. Have a great one. Thanks for watching.